Hey there. So I wanted to try something a little different today. If you noticed, I'm here in the office because this is where sometimes you parents would come if you had something you wanted to talk about, something that was on your mind, something that was troubling you, and you'd be able to come in here and sit down and, we could just talk about it. Well, since you can't do that, it'd been on my heart to just be able to give you a little bit of a pep talk, a parent's pep talk, because I have a feeling that a lot of you guys are going through a lot right now. And just the situation we're in, there's not a lot of ways that you can reach out and sort of find some answers, find some help, some direction, whatever. And I would love to have you come into this office and chat with me. And I know every situation is different. Every family of our kids is going through a different type of a situation. I mean, all of us are facing this self-isolation, this pandemic, the anxiety, and everything that goes with it in different ways. And I know you guys as parents might be looking at us sisters and it's like, there you are tidy in your convent, all comfy with, surrounded by all these sweet sisters. How could we know what you guys are going through? Like, how can we know about the crayon on the blinds and the cereal scrushed into the carpet and your feeling of being completely overwhelmed by what you are expected to do? So I'm not going to pretend that I know and that I can feel your pain and I can feel what you're struggling with. But as somebody from the outside, I can have a different perspective, okay? I can sit back and I can look in. I've got a pretty good imagination. I've worked with kids for the last 18 years. I grew up in a family, so I can have some idea, even though I'm not in your situation. But even if for being not, or just understanding, just feeling, knowing that you're going through a huge struggle. And first, I want you to know that I am praying for you guys so intensely. And this sort of leads me to where I want to just give you an idea of some ways that you can feel less pressured, okay? You guys are all amazing parents. And a huge reason why you bring them to our school, to Sacred Heart, is because you're invested in their lives. You're involved. You really want what's best for your kids, and we know that. And right now, there's no one to shoulder that burden with you right now. There's no sisters, hockey coaches, dance teachers, grandparents, a social network that would be helping you carry that burden. And so you might be feeling, well, it's all up to me. And that is way too overwhelming for anyone to take, okay? And maybe you've been taking that for the last 6-ish weeks, but you're going to reach a point where you're not going to be able to, okay? And that's actually a really good place to be. Because when we realize, when we're honest and say, you know what, yeah, I'm done. I cannot do this. This is way beyond my capabilities. When we're in that place, that is when we are in the right place to reach out to what's actually going to give us the strength and give us actually what we need. Because we can forget and we can feel so capable. And especially in our modern world, like, we can pretty much do almost anything. Like, we've made so many advances that, things are pretty easy and we can feel very confident and very secure. And we're like, I got this. And the situation that we're in right now has thrown all of that upside down and made us feel vulnerable, out of control. And in reality, that's probably more real than the impression that we are in control. We are, in the truth, the reality is we are very vulnerable. We are very limited as human beings. And we're realizing that now. And like I said, that's an okay place to be. It's a really good place to be. And I hesitate to say it because it's going to sound cliche, but honestly, there is somebody bigger than you who is waiting for you to rely on him. And I know everybody is in a different relationship with their God, but everybody struggles with trusting him. Everybody. even me, okay? So if you are thinking like, yeah, I can't trust God, that's everybody's struggle, okay? For different reasons. Sometimes because we don't trust people, because people have let us down. And we say, if I'm trusting God, he's gonna let me down, okay? Or we can say, well, if God's supposed to be taking care of everything, take a look at our world. Like, God, you've really got this under control? I don't think so. Or we can just not feel that God is really real or really present, or why would I even bother, or how even can I begin to sort of entrust my life to someone I can't see or touch or experience? And those are legitimate, real, authentic barriers to our trust. And that's okay. What I like to think about, two things to help us deal with that. First thing is, at night, look outside, look at the stars. And I would think like to myself, I don't know how to make a star. Like, I have no clue. But there's someone who made the stars. And he knows how he did it, and he knows what it takes. And maybe a scientist might be able to say how a star came to be and everything, but even a scientist couldn't make a star, okay? You might be able to explain it, and I can't. So, but he's still going to be able to make it, okay? So the person who made the stars, he knows that. And so why would we think he wouldn't know how to work things out in my life? The second one is, okay, maybe he can make the stars, but he hasn't been able to fix this pandemic, okay? This is serious, this is real, this is tragic, this is not good. So if I'm gonna trust God, why isn't he fixed this? And that is a real question that everybody has to face and ask. And for me, it's sort of, if people come to me with that, I usually ask them to ask God. You know, I don't know. I don't know what the answer to this is. I don't know why God is allowing this to happen, because I'm not God and I don't have the answer. But you can go to him, ask him, you know, be honest, be real, and open your heart. I'm not going to say he's going to answer you in words. I hope he doesn't, because he doesn't usually work that way. But there's a reality that if you go to him honestly and openly, that there's an experience of being with him and of an experience of him. And he might not give you the answer you want or the answer you expect. He's not a genie. He's not going to grant you 3 wishes. Trusting him isn't going to turn your life into a Disney movie. What it's going to do is take that pressure off of you that you don't need to carry. You are not God. I am not God. We don't have to be. And when we try to be, that's when we fail and we fall and we find ourselves weak. And that's why that's a good place to be. Because that's when we realize, yeah, I'm not God. I don't have this. And it makes us reach out to the one who's always already reaching down to us and waiting for us. And I know that's going to look different for everybody. I know some people maybe will struggle more with that, but it's honestly my advice to each and every one of you, is to reach out in some way, whether it's looking up praise and worship songs on your Spotify, all the songs that we sing here at school. If you really just quietly think about the messages of what they're saying and the trust that they're proclaiming that they have in God. Sometimes you have to listen to them just to make yourself trust God and, you know, God, I'm not feeling this, but I want to. And to try and say some prayers, just by saying those words out loud to another person, to a God that you want to come to know and that you want to come to trust. It's not going to happen right away. I don't guarantee that. It's a process, it's a journey, and it's something that all of us are on. And we're all at different levels, different spaces, different places where that's happening. But I think honestly, whatever struggle you're facing, whatever sense of overwhelming, sense of pressure, sense of I can't do this, sense of hopelessness, that there is an answer. It doesn't have to be all up to you. It's not meant to be. Okay, we're not meant to carry all of that. So yeah, so that's kind of my pep talk. and again, it's not a pressure again on you, like, oh great, now I've got to go find a relationship with God. It's more just an encouragement. It's just a think about it. I know the reality of feeling under pressure and feeling like I'm supposed to be doing more than I am. And I know as soon as that happens, it's like, oh yeah, I'm getting to be more about me instead of about him, that it's supposed to be. So try that trust. Say, maybe I don't trust you, God, but I want to. Okay? And as sisters, people look at our lives, right? And they say, well, they might see what all that we've given up, right? And I hope they also see the joy that we gain because of what we've given up. But honestly, what we're supposed to be is witnesses. Witnesses of people who have encountered God and who have realized just what he can do in your own life. And then we want to be witnesses to the people around us who say, you know what, God is worth, I gave up so many other things for him. He's so much worth it. And just to encourage you, I know you guys aren't going to live the life we are as sisters. So we're just supposed to be like telling you, it's okay, it's worth it. Give it a try. You really don't have anything to lose. We might also be scared, right? That God's going to put a lot of pressure on us. He's going to challenge us. He's going to make us want to grow. But his expectations that he puts on us are so much healthier than the expectations we put on ourselves. Okay, so don't be scared about what God's going to demand of you, or even because I know that fear. Whatever he does ask of you, he does it gently, and he does it because those expectations, again, like I said, are just healthier. They're going to make you grow. They're going to make you a better person. But the expectations we put on ourselves, they just crush us. Okay, we can trust him. We really can. And I know I still talk to myself that way too, because I don't trust him like I should. And these sorts of situations reveal that to me as well. So I guess I just encourage you guys to just try it, whatever that looks like to you, whatever it looks like in your situation. Just open your heart to it. And we're going to get through this, guys. We're going to be stronger. We're going to be more amazing people because we will know our limitations. And those are going to be okay. We're going to accept them and work through them and grow because of them. And your kids are going to be okay. They're going to become resilient. They need you just to love them, okay? They're not going to remember the cool, crafty, Pinteresty ideas you guys got for them. They're going to remember that you were there, that they got to spend time with you, that they were just with you, and that you love them. And that is what they're going to remember and hold on to, okay? So just make sure that you're present there and let go of the pressure and trust that we're going to get through this, that God has got this. We don't know why, we can't explain it, that we don't have to be God. He is. And whatever it takes in your life to make an act of trust, find ways to do that. As a family, as an individual, as yourself, find ways to trust and just give it up. And hopefully that will take some of that pressure off and we'll get through this. All right. Honestly, I'm praying for you guys. And I'm just so looking forward to seeing you again here in our hallways. All right. Bye, guys.